Christos Anesti. I'm Richard Barrett, the Executive Director of AGES Initiatives, and I have some things that I want to show you about the AGES Digital Chant Stand, or DCS, website that many of us use, as well as the AGES DCS app. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm looking at the AGES website on an iPad Pro, and I think we're all familiar with the calendar of services that you can find on our website. You have a list of dates, you select the date here, and then you select a service under that date. Here is the PDF for the Matin service for this coming Sunday. You have a two-column layout, Greek on the left, English on the right. You have basically a complete script. You can also view the service on our website as a web page, same format. Greek on the left, English on the right. You have media links that launch scores in a separate pane, and those scores can be in biz notation or staff notation. A lot of scores we have available in both notations. There's some limitations here if we view it as a website. You get a little more real estate if you view it landscape. The scores are a little bigger, but one of the limitations here is that if you leave the browser tab open that you just viewed a score in, then when you go back to the web page, a new score will launch in that same window. So you won't see it automatically. You have to manually go back to that tab, which if you're like me and you just have a lot of tabs open, that can get kind of frustrating kind of quickly. Some of you may be a little less familiar with the AGES Digital Chant Stand app, which you can find on the App Store as AGES DCS. It's a free app. And you can see that we're looking at the app now. And you have, again, the calendar of services, and you select a service. So here is this Sunday viewed in the app. And here we're in landscape mode on an iPad Pro. And when you do that, as you can see, you have a dual pane format where the score launches in a separate pane, or launches in the right pane of the window. And so you can navigate the text while leaving the score open, which I don't know about you, I find that to be tremendously handy. But I hear you saying, what happens if I don't have an internet connection in my church? Okay, no problem. Beforehand, launch the app, go to the media button, which is down in the lower right-hand corner of the service text pane, and that launches this list of files that are attached to the service: MP3s, PDFs, so on and so forth. And you can, down at the bottom of this little window, you can click where it says download uncached files in above list, and that will make all of the media for this service available offline. It'll be just downloaded directly to your iPad. So now everything's local, and now you don't have to worry about an internet connection anymore. You don't have to worry about load times. Everything is basically instantaneous at this point. That's something I find tremendously helpful, because the internet connection at my parish is unreliable, shall we say. And sometimes I have to rely on tethering my iPad to my iPhone if I need an internet connection, and that's not always the best solution. This really is the best solution, the option to download all the media ahead of time. Another useful thing to know is that the left and right buttons up in the upper right-hand corner allow you to switch back and forth between how you display your languages, Greek only, English only, or in the usual two-column bilingual format. That can be very helpful depending on what your parish situation is. And there are some display trade-offs when you're in landscape mode. Yes, you get the two-pane functionality, which is great. However, some people think the scores are a little small when viewed that way. Well, you can go back to landscape mode, and then your scores are bigger, and you can switch back and forth, or rather the app will switch back and forth automatically between your service text pane and your score pane, and everything's larger and perhaps easier to read. The trade-off is that you can't navigate the text at the same time as you are displaying a score. If you are viewing in landscape mode, you can zoom in on a score if you need to, if that's helpful. Thanks very much for your time. Everything we provide on the AGES website or via the AGES app is always free of charge. And AGES is a tax-exempt nonprofit. So if any of this has been helpful to you or to your parish, please consider making a tax-deductible gift via PayPal at the link below, or if there's another way you would like to support us, you can always reach me via email at richardbarrett, richardbarrett at agesinitiatives.org, and I will be more than happy to talk to you. Thanks again. Christ is risen.